This is Tony, and I'm going to show you something really fascinating about this radar echogram. Supposedly, this echogram was taken of the Ross Ice Shelf, which is located here, which is west of the Trans-Antarctic Mountains. Let's look at the data first. It says the top of the 1 kilometer wide image represents the surface of the ice shelf, and the thick horizontal band in the lower center of the image is the ice bottom. The ice is about 420 meters thick and is floating over 200 meters of ocean water. So when I convert it over to feet, from the top of the ice shelf to the ocean floor is 1,860 feet, and 3,000 feet represents the width across this image. The information that you were given about this radar echo image is complete disinformation. Now, with the closer view and me cleaning this image up, they claim that this diffraction wave is caused by the ice bottom. Supposedly this is the ice. That's all a lie. The diffraction wave, or what they call a diffraction wave, is actually a structure, and you can see it go up and come down, and you can see where it weaves in with the other part of this structure that continues the pattern here. These other diffraction waves, or what they call diffraction waves, is actually supermegalithic archways, which is here. And then the ice bottom are actually panels that have deteriorated, that were attached to this frame that covered it, that have deteriorated. And you can see the separation of one of the panels here where it was attached, and then you can also see where there's no panels at all, and you have these little nodules, and that's where these panels were attached to this main part of this structure. You can even see where the structure separated. And as you notice, it's rounded out. They look like balconies through here and here. There's a brighter view, and you can see into the archway itself. Here's a closer view, and then there's those nodules again, the structure that weaves into the other one, and then the archways. Here's a close-up of the structure, and you can see how it weaves into this other structure here. And you can tell now that these are rounded out. That looks like balconies. I guess they went completely around those archways for whatever reason. Now here's looking into the archways, and you can tell the material that they were built with is deteriorated and has fallen away from the walls of the archway. These structures were built when the Earth's landmass was in Pangea. The cities, according to, which I've done a video, according to Genesis 1, sentence 2 and 3, after I reinterpret it, it does talk about a flood that was caused by water coming up from the ground and destroying these cities and destroying people and dispersing some of the people in these cities. So these structures were already vacated and deteriorating well before they were encased in ice. So that tells you about how old these structures actually are. Now these archways aren't freestanding. They're actually part of a larger structure, which you can see now once I cleaned up this image. And this part is kind of rounded out, and then you have a flat wall here, and then you can see where they're built in blocks. Here's a color filter where you can see the main structure somewhat better and how it was built. And then here's another filter. So these cities, they're all under the ice all over Antarctica, and the ones that are exposed are pretty well have deteriorated. Thank goodness for the ice that has created more or less like a time capsule. The Ice Bridge project, they did go when they were operational. They did map out all these cities under the ice, and they know where every single city is. So they're never going to tell us unless these cities start popping up, and they still may not even tell us then. They just may not allow people to go into certain areas of Antarctica where these possibly could be accidentally discovered. Okay, everyone, thanks for watching. This is Tony with Earth Files Earth History, signing off.